that electrical energy by the generator. Is it so? Is it so? This is how I taught in the regenerative braking. When the regenerative braking will occur, I told one condition. If the condition is satisfied, then only the regenerative braking will occur. What is the condition? Please refer your note and then say, see and tell in which condition the regenerative braking may apply. Yes, sir? Yes?
If we apply the braking, the motor acts as a generator.
If you apply, the braking, the motor acts as generator. Correct, Chandru? Electrical energy that is produced by the motor. Not exactly, Selvakumar. Regeneration means my electrical energy is fed back to the supply, which means whenever I'm applying, whenever my speed is higher than the no load speed, that time what will happen, the regenerative braking may apply for that condition only. So whenever the regeneration means the wasted energy will be fed back to the electrical supply, which means the regeneration, there is no wastage of electrical energy. So if the wastage of energy will be fed back to the means, we can get the regeneration may occur. So that is called regenerative braking. So the regenerative braking we cannot apply for DC series motor. Why? We cannot apply for DC series motor. Why? Why? Last class I have taught what is regenerative braking and then why it is not applied for regeneration and all. So, have you? Yes, ma, idu therinjicha illaya? Why it is not applied for the series motor? The regenerative braking I can apply for only the shunt motor. Why? Why I can't apply the regenerative braking method to series motor? Somebody? Oh, these are the basics. I have taught the basics the last class one half an hour, I think. I have taught what is regeneration, what is plugging, what is dynamic braking. If we know that only I can apply the regenerative braking to the shunt motor. I have taught. So regenerative braking we cannot apply for the series motor because in regenerative all the braking the armature current will be reversed. So in case of series motor, if the armature current is reversed means field current also will be reversing. So we cannot apply the regenerative braking to the series motor. This is what I taught in the last class. Because in series motor they have connected series together. My field winding as well as my armature winding is connected seriously. So what will happen if I'm applying a regenerative braking? All the braking my current will be reversed. So in case of armature current will be reversed, what will happen? My field current also will be reversing. So in this condition we cannot apply for the regenerative braking. And then I can apply the regenerative braking for shunt motor. So the shunt motor, what will happen? We know that condition, what is that? My speed is higher than the no load speed. Whenever my no load speed is greater than the normal speed, there only you can apply for the regenerative braking. So normally we know that torque speed characteristics, it will be started to flow like this. Yes. So this is a thought in the shunt motor characteristics. So in shunt motor characteristics, it will be flow like this. And then whenever I am applying a regenerative braking, what will happen? That time my current will be reversing. If the current is reversing means the torque will be reversing. So if the torque is reversing means my speed will be run at a reverse direction. So it is reverse means my graph will be look like this. So whenever I'm braking applied, it will be fall to the negative direction or reverse direction. So normally in shunt motor, my speed will be started to decreasing while applying a torque. In case of regenerative braking, what will happen? It always reverse the direction, the current, and then what will happen? My current will be reversed. If the current is reversed, means my torque will be reversed. So because T is directly proportional to IA, so if it is reversed means, and then my torque also will be reversed, so it will be in reverse direction. This is the regenerative braking of shunt motor. And then only if the condition is applied, n is less than or n naught, then only you can apply the regenerative braking. So for the left case only you can apply the regenerative braking. So they have in question they have asked the regenerative braking of steel shunt motor. We have to write the what is regeneration, and then you have to write the condition, and then finally you have to draw the torque equation. Please note it down. And then we know that the formula is equal to I is equal to V minus EB by RA. So what will happen? My voltage will be reversed. So V minus EB by RA. So what will happen? It automatically, my I will be reversed because it is both in the negative direction. So automatically followed by my current will be in reverse direction. If current is reverse direction means what will happen? Automatically my torque will be in reverse direction because torque is directly proportional to I. So everything is interlinked. So if anything changes in this direction, what will happen? It will be affected on the current. If current is changed, torque will be changed. Is it clear? This is the regenerative braking. Sorry, it's greater than, n is greater than n naught. For this condition only it will be occur. This is my regenerative braking. So there my motor will act as a generator, and then this is my motoring region. So normally the motoring region, what will happen? It will started to fall like this. Whenever it will be regeneration, then it will be fall the reverse direction. That's all about the regenerative braking. Any doubt in it? Any doubt? Yes? Have you copied the diagram? No doubt. And then next I am moving to the counter current braking or plugging. Have you all copied? Have you all copied the diagram?
No, ma'am. Wait.
Say yes or no? Yes? Yes? What is that? Somebody message is there? Chandru.
Network connection check பண்ணி.
Blurra தெரியுது.
It is okay, but maybe your network connection. Plus here it is clear only. Please check your network connection.
Is it okay now? Till it is blurred?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, the next one is counter current breaking or plugging. Plugging or counter current breaking. So this may apply for both shunt and series motor. The plugging can be applied by reversing the voltage, supply voltage. So if the reversing the supply voltage is reversed, means what will happen? Automatically my speed and then torque will be reversed. So if the voltage, if torque is reversed, and then what will happen? That is called breaking torque. So if, please note it down, if torque is reversed, we used to say is the breaking torque. So if I'm changing the supply, what will happen? My torque will be reversed and then speed will be reversed, because we know that N is directly proportional to EV by pi is nothing but V minus IA into RA. So if supply voltage is reversed, means my speed will be reversed. What will happen? Automatically my torque will be reversed. So whenever the breaking torque and breaking speed applied, what will happen? What will happen? If everything is reversed, what will happen? What will happen, ma? Anybody? What will happen if breaking torque will be applied? If breaking torque and then speed will be reversed, what will happen? Super. Nobody is saying the answer. If torque is reversed, what will happen? Speed will be reversed, means automatically comes to off position, or it will be act as a generator. Whenever the breaking torque will be occurred, that time my machine will forced to stop. What is called braking? Yes or no? Are you agree that? Yes or no? No one is listening my class. I keep on saying, last class only I discussed about the plugging and rheostatic braking. If in case I am giving a reverse supply, reverse polarity, what will happen? My supply is reversed. So what will happen? My armature current will be V plus AB plus RA. If voltage is reversed, automatically my armature torque will be reversed. So what will happen? My braking torque is all about TBB is equal to TB plus TL. It's nothing but is braking torque. This is my load torque. So combination of braking torque plus load torque, which will give the plugging torque. So what it means that at the time of starting, the plugging torque will be very high. What will happen? In braking, while applying a reverse voltage, the braking will be occurred based on the braking torque plus load torque. So at the time of braking, the braking torque will be somewhat very high. So in order to avoid that, I'm adding the additional resistance with respect to the armature in order to prevent the braking torque. So braking torque will be very high when we add up the braking torque as well as load torque. So it is nothing but plugging torque. So in order to avoid that, I'm adding a additional resistance with respect to the armature. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? No, just think the concept. Plugging is nothing but I'm reversing the polarity or I'm changing the armature, but mostly we have a change in the polarity only. If the polarity is changed, which means the supply voltage will be reversed. So if the supply voltage reversed means I can write the formula like this. After that, what will happen? My back EMF follows the same direction as the torque field. I'm changing only the supply. So there is no change in the armature. But what will happen? Supply will be changed means automatically torque will be changed. So the torque will be changed means, and then same way the what is that? Speed will be changed because we know that N is equal to EV by pi. E is nothing but V minus IARA. If the voltage is reversed, my speed will be reversed. So automatically it will come to the rest position. That time my motor will act as a generator. So again, my plugging torque will be the combination of braking torque plus load torque. So at the time of braking applied, we have get a huge amount of braking torque will be possible. In order to avoid that, while applying a plugging, I have added the additional resistance with respect to armature in order to prevent the high braking torque. Yes? Have you all got my point? Have you all got my point? Have you all got my point or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, is it clear? Now I am going to add a additional resistance to the shunt motor. This plugging I can apply for both shunt and series motor. So I am going to apply for shunt motor. We know that what will happen? I am giving a So, in order to prevent the high plugging torque, I have added a additional resistance with respect to armature. So, if I am adding the armature means current will be very less because we know that R is equal to V by I. So, if I am adding a resistance means current will be reduced. If current is reduced, automatically my torque will be reduced. In order to prevent the braking torque, I have added the additional resistance with respect to armature. So, if I am giving a reverse polarity, what will happen? Minus and plus. My back EMF will follow the same direction, but armature current will be in the opposite direction. So, due to that, my speed will be reversed. And then, if the speed and the torque will be braking, whenever the braking torque will be occurred, braking or torque is nothing but reversing of torque. So, that time my motor will act as generator and then it quickly comes to stop. That's why I'm reversing the motor. Yes, in order to give the braking to stop the motor, I'm giving the reverse connection, nothing else. Our main aim is to stop the motor. Yes, is it clear? It is for shunt motor. This is diagram for shunt motor plugging or counter current braking. Every time you have to draw the braking torque also because we know that the characteristics will be depends upon the equation. The same way we have to draw the tap speed characteristics. So if speed will be reversed, n and then t. If I'm applying a plugging means my graph will be moved look like how it will be moved. It will be in reverse direction. So the graph will be in which side? See the last diagram, regenerative braking diagram, and tell. The graph will be moved to where? If you understand the concept, you can draw the speed torque characteristics of braking, plugging. Anybody? Please refer the regenerative braking torque speed characteristics. Nobody? Nobody? Very fast. It will be moved like this. You know that? Already told. If it is in the positive direction means, if I'm giving a braking means it will be come to the reverse direction. So it will be followed the opposite direction of the normal speed torque characteristics. So if it is in the positive direction means it will be followed by the negative direction. This is how I'm getting the braking of B shunt motor. So already I thought the normal speed torque characteristics. Yes? Already I thought the speed torque characteristics in the module 2 at the time of the classification of motor. There I have taught the characteristics of each motor. There I have taught the torque versus IA, and then torque versus speed, and then speed versus IA. The same I have drawn here. Only one thing, in that I have drawn like this, but here I have carried out to the negative direction also, nothing else. It is similar to the previous class characteristics of shunt motor only the same, but only one thing I have entered to the negative direction also. You can enter this also, but you have to know if the braking means the graph will be in the opposite direction of the normal motoring. It is motoring region, and then this is my braking region, nothing else. And then if I'm giving an additional resistance, additional braking resistance, because I have connected with respect in order to avoid the braking torque, so it is called braking resistance. If I'm applying a braking torque, what will happen? It will be started. Due to the braking torque, it will be comes to the zero position in order to prevent the high braking torque. Yes? Is it clear? It is for DC shunt motor. I'm repeating once again. It is for DC shunt motor. Yes? Any doubt in it? Yes? Please copy, and then if you have any doubt, let me know. I will explain once again. Yes? Any doubt? No, somebody unmute and talk with us.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Have you all copied the diagram? Have you all?
Yes, ma'am.
And then next one, I'm going to apply a plugging for DC series motor. The next one, I'm going to apply a plugging for DC series motor also. Yes? How is it possible in series motor? How is it possible in series motor? I think I'm wasting my energy. No one is replying. Simply is there.
One or two people are replying. Sanjay, Dinesh, Chandru. Then he go back means Maria or something like that. So remaining people, what are you doing? Don't know. So at the time of starting class, only 40 members are there. Now it is 68. So I'm clearly telling that you will see the timings of your people and then we will award to the attendance. So just for namesake, don't come in and log out, okay?
The plugin can be applied for series motor also. Only one thing, you have to check the field direction. So before the armature will be reversed, you have to check the field direction as that of the same direction before the armature was armature வந்து reverse ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி எந்த direction rotate ஆச்சோ அதே directionல field rotate ஆகுதாங்கறத செக் பண்ணனும். If it is okay, you can apply a reverse polarity of the voltage. So what will happen? Automatically, if voltage is reversed, automatically my armature torque will be reversed. The armature, if the torque is reversed, means that is braking torque. So it automatically comes to the reverse direction of the motoring region. So again, we know that this is my N versus T. So if I'm applying a braking, what will happen? The graph will be moved to this part because it will be opposite direction. Is it clear? The same diagram, if I am applying a braking, it is a normal feedback characteristic of series motor. This I taught in the characteristics while taking a module 1, module 2, I have talked about the feedback characteristics, how it will decay and all. So while coming to the braking, we know that if I'm reversing means automatically braking torque will be applied. So it will be changed the direction. So it will be opposite to the direction. So this is why the reverse torque or braking torque. This is the plugging of DC series motor. Yes? Any doubt in it? Any doubt? Only one concept in DC series motor. Yeah, I'm going to apply a reverse polarity. Before applying a reverse polarity, you have to check the field winding direction. So before the armature is changed, you have to check whether the field windings follows the same direction as that of the armature before the reversal. If the condition is satisfied, you can apply a reverse voltage. What will happen? Braking torque will be occurred. If braking torque will be occurred, what will happen? Automatically it comes to rest position. This is the slugging of series motor. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The last one is dynamic braking or rheostatic braking. So, the dynamic braking and rheostatic braking, nothing but, have you all copied? Have you all copied? I think yes. I'm erasing the diagram. So the last one of the braking of DC motor is rheostatic braking or dynamic braking. What is that? Dynamic braking or rheostatic braking? I'm disconnecting an armature from the supply. So I'm disconnecting the armature from the supply. I have added an additional resistance with respect to the armature. What will happen? My armature follows the same direction. If I disconnected means what will happen? Armature direction will be reversed. I have added the additional resistance. Have you all got my point what I'm saying? I'm going to apply a dynamic braking or rheostatic braking. With respect to shunt motor. So, if it is shunt motor, what will happen? We know that I have disconnected the armature from the supply. So, I have disconnecting the armature. I have added the braking resistance and then the followed by field winding is connected with the supply. Am I correct? Am I correct? Am I correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what will happen? If I disconnect it from the supply means what will happen? The torque will be reversed. So it will follow it opposes the field winding direction. So my armature torque and armature current will be reversed. So what is that? The braking torque will be applied, it automatically comes to opposition. In case of high initial braking torque will be occurred means we have added the braking resistance in order to overcome the high braking torque. So again you have to draw the characteristics. So it will become this question means automatically it comes to the opposite direction. So it will be flow like this. This is my N versus T. Yes? Yes or no? Is it clear? Yes or no? ஒரே ஒரு கான்செப்ட் தான். ஆர்மச்சூரை சப்ளைல டிஸ்கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். டிஸ்கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு அதில் அடிஷ்னல் ஒரு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் போட்டுட்டேன். ஆர்மச்சூர் இதே டைரக்ஷன் ஃபீல்டு போகிற அதே டைரக்ஷன் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுமா? டிஸ்கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்போ ஆர்மச்சூரோட டைரக்ஷன் சேஞ்ச் ஆகுமா இல்லையா? கண்டிப்பாக சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். அப்படி சேஞ்ச் ஆகும்போது இட் வில் பி அப்போசிங் த நார்மல் சப்ளை வோல்டேஜ். ஸோ இட் இஸ் பிரேக்கிங் வில் பி அப்ளைட். ஆர்மச்சூர் டிஸ்கனெக்ட் பண்ணாவே there is no way of torque will be induced. Am I correct? Because the interaction of fluxes will be occur in the armature only. That's why I'm adding additional resistance with respect to armature. So everything we have done in the armature part only. If I'm disconnecting the armature from the motor and then I have added additional braking resistance means it will oppose the field direction. The direction of the armature will be reversed. Then reverse torquing will be occurred. If it is reverse torquing means what will happen? My machine will come to a rest position. It forced to stop. And then we know that normal speed torque characteristics equation, it is shunt motor, it followed by 1500 RPM. If it is 1500 RPM, if I am giving a supply, if I am increasing the torque, it will follow the negative direction because N is directly proportional to 1 by T. So N is inversely proportional to torque. So whenever I am increasing the torque, my speed will be decreasing. So this is the way I have connected. This is the way I have got in the speed torque characteristics. In case of braking, I told that it will be in reverse direction, so it will start as flow in the same direction. This is the negative side. That is positive, this is my negative. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? This for shunt motor, and then you can apply for the series motor also. In your end semester question or internal 2, they have asked discuss about the dynamic braking or rheostatic braking with respect to DC motor. There you have to write the shunt motor as well as series motor, because for some condition only we can apply for both braking to the shunt and series. In some cases we cannot apply the braking to the series motor. For in regenerative braking condition, we cannot apply the regenerative braking. So to ensure that, you have to write which type of braking they have. You have to write. You can apply for series. If dynamic braking is applied for shunt and series motor, you have to write the both types. Yes. And then last one is rheostatic braking. I am going to apply for series motor. So series motor means the both field and armature winding is connected in series. So I have reconnected both of them. I removed the winding supply from the series motor. I am removing my supply because it is connected in series. If I am removing the supply means both will be affected. So I have connected the resistance together to the series motor. So what will happen? There is no supply. If I am simply connecting to the resistance, what will happen? What will happen? My current will be flow like this and then fed back like this. Am I correct or not? Rheostatic braking means I have removed the supply and then I have connected the additional resistance with respect to armature. In terms of series motor, both shunt and armature winding, series winding and then armature winding is connected in series. So if I am removing the armature from the supply, it cannot possible. So I have removed the supply from the series motor. Yes, are you agree my point? Armature மட்டும் series motor வந்து பிரிக்க முடியாது. ஏன்னா ரெண்டுமே சீரிஸா இருக்கங்காட்டி பிரிக்க முடியாது. So I have removed the supply and then I have added the braking resistance. So what will happen? My current will be reversed automatically. There is no supply. The stored energy will fed back to the resistance and then followed back to the armature. So it will be reversed. What will happen if current is reversed? My torque will be reversed. Torque will reverse torquing is nothing but braking torquing. So it automatically comes to off position. Yes? Again, you have to draw the N versus T. It will become like this. And then what will happen? My reversing torque, it will be followed like this. This is my minus T and then N, minus N. This is the dynamic braking of DC series motor. Any doubt in it? Yes? Any doubt in it? Any doubt in rheostatic braking which can apply for series motor? No. And then next topic is braking of AC motor. It is different. We cannot, what is that? The starting of AC and DC motor will be varying. The same way the braking of AC and DC motor will be varying. So I'm going to apply for AC motor. This concept is AC motor wise, it will be varying a little bit. Okay? If you have any doubt in the braking of DC motor, let me ask, then I will explain, and then I have moved to the last topic of the module 2. If I completed the braking of AC motor, the second module will be over. If you understand the concept, you can write by own words, because only one thing, while coming to the rheostatic braking, we know that we are giving the braking reverse direction. We have to stop the motor. For that, we have to remove the armature from the supply. So, in case of series motor, we cannot remove the armature from supply because armature is connected series with the feed winding. So, I have disconnected the supply from the both winding. I have added the additional resistance. Nothing else. If you know that, you can write by your own words. Concept is clear. If you understand the concept, and then if you know that if normal torque speed characteristics will be in positive direction, if it is reverse, if I'm applying a braking means automatically it comes to the reverse direction, nothing else. If you know that, you can draw, you won't mug up, you can say easily. Yes? Yes, are you okay? I think so, I hope so. Next I'm moving to the braking of AC motor. Have you all copied? I'm erasing this. Again, let us have more types of braking I can apply for AC motor. Please note it down, the types of braking I can apply for induction motor. First one is regenerative braking. First one, braking of AC motor. First one is regenerative braking. And then second one, dynamic braking. In dynamic braking, they have classified into two types, AC dynamic braking and DC dynamic braking. And then third one is AC rheostat braking. And then last one is plugging. These are the types of braking which can apply for AC induction motor. Have you all copied? So the regenerative braking. Whenever the regenerative braking will be occurred in case of induction motor, think that please refer your AC induction motor, three-phase induction motor construction working principle. Whenever the regenerative braking will be occur. Anybody? I think I'm talking with board. No one is responding. First one, regenerative braking means whenever my rotor and stator field follows the same direction. Already I told rotor is always try to catch the stator speed, but it never catches. If the rotor and stator speed catches means there is a magnetic locking will occur. That time my induction machine will act as an induction generator. So whenever my induction motor will run at the synchronous speed or above synchronous speed, the regenerative braking will be occurred. We know that induction motor is asynchronous motor. It never runs at a synchronous speed. But in some cases, rotor and stator will have goes the same direction. That time, what will happen if rotor and stator will catches the speed? It will be run at the synchronous speed or above the synchronous speed. That time, my induction motor will run at the above synchronous speed. So the induction generator will run at a, what will happen? Will give the regenerative. Regeneration means the excess of electrical energy is spread back to the supply. Yes, if the generator means my slip and torque will be reversed. So automatically the regenerative braking will be occurred. I am repeating once again. The regenerative braking will be applied for AC induction motor once when the induction motor runs at 1500 RPM or above 1500 RPM. When it will be reaches 1500 RPM means if stator and rotor speed catches the stator speed, that time my induction motor will run at the induction generator. If it is induction generator means what will happen? It will be reversed. Motor will be will be run at the opposite direction. So the electric energy is fed back to the supply once again. So what will happen? There is no wastage of losses will occur. The regeneration means there is no losses will be occurred. And then the regenerative braking at the time of it will be the induction motor will act as an induction generator. So my slip and then torque will be reverses. My slip and then torque will be in reverse direction. So if slip and torque will be reverse direction means we know that torque is reversed means that is called braking torque. So if it is braking torque will be occurred means my induction motor is automatically comes to a stop position. Am I correct? Am I correct or not? Am I correct? Have you all got my point what I am saying?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm keep on saying the only one concept.
Sanjay and Chandru, you are only answering the questions. Remaining us keeping attention.
Yes? Understand? So, the regenerative braking graph will be, this is my regenerative braking, what is that? Torque equation. This is my N, this is my speed. So, the torque slip characteristics, you have drawn the graph. Now, this is my torque slip characteristics, motoring region, plugging region and generating region. The same I can apply for here also. The only one difference, if it is what is that? If it is a braking, it will be applied to the opposite direction. So it automatically comes to this position. This is my braking region. And then this is my motoring region. Am I correct? See this. The same I am applied. Only I have left the generating part and then I have it is given for the motoring plugging part. So it will be look like this. This is my torque speed characteristics of regenerative braking of induction motor. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes?
So example for regenerative braking means you're telling that what is meant by regenerative braking. So it's nothing but regenerative braking is nothing but it's an energy that is we are going to utilize immediately. Okay. So further it is fed back to the supply. So there may be a wastage of energy while we rotating a motor. So same energy is utilized for the other purpose. So either it can be converted into a electrical energy or some useful energy. So it is called as a electrical regenerative braking. Okay. For example, we are telling that uh, if he placed in a car or a vehicle, so it can be utilized, fed back to the battery. Okay, if you are if your vehicle is moving fastly means, so we are connecting anything. It is our thermometer or thermodynamometer, I think. It is converted into another form of electrical energy. Okay, by means of some special arrangement. So that is a very good example for electrical.
Yes? Any doubt in it?
It is clear, Sanjay? Did you clear the example?
Yes? Every time we have to give some special arrangement, then only we can apply braking. We cannot simply giving by reversing the polarity means sometimes there is a fault will occur. Some special arrangement only, with the help of special arrangement only, we are giving the type of braking. Is it clear? Is it clear? Regenerative braking is clear. Regeneration means the electrical energy is fed back to the supply, and then whenever my induction motor is run at 1500 rpm or above 1500 rpm, that time my motor will act as an induction generator. If it is induction generator means my torque and slip will be in reverse direction. So the reversing of torque will be called as braking torque. So automatically, if reversing torque will be occurred means my motor will be forced to stop. The braking will be occurred.
Can you tell back did you know the dynamometer which is placed in the cycle? Sure, I think so. Dynamo that is placed in the cycle. Can anyone tell what is the working principle of that? So we are using the dynamo for lighting up the cycle. So can anyone what is the working of that dynamometer? Dynamo.
Sir,
Hello.
sir,
சொல்லுங்க.
it
Hello.
it converted mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Convert mechanical energy to electrical energy.
If you rotate the dynamo, it produces electricity. Yeah, very good. So same thing. So if we are running a motor, okay, we will get excessive of mechanical energy. This convert electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Again, we are by the help of the mechanical energy, with the help of some special arrangement, we are going to produce some electricity with some special arrangement. So that is the view of the regenerative braking. So if we apply that at that instant of time, we are getting some, we will produce some energy. So it is called as a regenerative braking system. We can relate with the dynamometer. Okay. So in modern electrical vehicles, okay, modern electrical vehicles, small electrical vehicles. So there is a very big area. So in that way, electrical vehicle and all, we are using only the regenerative braking system. Okay. So because there may be a lot of energy wasted during braking system. So we want to utilize this. It does not we want to waste the energy. It may be if we waste the energy, what will be happen? It may be produce heat in the system, or else there may be some other disturbances, maybe caused to the entire system. So for that, we are turn all the kinetic energy back to the battery of stored energy devices. So that is the main aim of the regenerative braking system. So that is we are utilized in the electrical vehicle system. Okay, if you surf through the, we know that only by using a special arrangement, only we can convert that wastage energy into a recycle of electricity. Okay, or else into a measurable energy. Clear? Okay. Clear? Can you get an example? Can you be able to relate with it? Relate பண்ணிக்க முடியுமா? நாம் சொன்னது இதையும் இந்த நெகட்டிவ் எனர்ஜி எல்லாமே வந்து ரிலேட் பண்ணிக்க முடியுமா? Yes.
Yes. Any doubt in it? Braking? Yes. Yes, now we are moving to the lab session. If you completed the first and two experiments only, we are giving attendance today. Others may have absent. I think only one or two boy are in the experiment with explanation. I think only one. I don't know his name. He only sent the explanation. Others are simply copying the diagram and then they have sent to us. I told already we need explanation how it will be working, the procedure, how we have to weigh the field current and then armature voltage control. If you write the one page write up, make more than 2 lines or 3 lines is enough. But you have to tell the concept of how it will be working, how we are varying. So that we need to know whether we are understanding or not. So that's why I told to write the speed control of armature voltage as well as speed control of field current control. But I think only one guy sent the two pair. I think they have sent 2 PDF. He wrote something regarding the field current and armature voltage control. What about others? Someone called and asked with me, Karthik, I think. I leave them. He already takes permission with me. There is no problem with 2 guys. Remaining.
So why there is a lot of absentees today? Only 62 are present. There are many absentees. This is repeating for entire lab sessions. We are upon the attendance of the previous weeks and we will get the same attendance. 20 plus absentees. Why it's so? ஏன் வந்து ஆப்சென்ட் அதிகமாக இருக்கீங்க இந்த லேப் செஷன் அப்போ ஆப்சென்ட் ஆகுறீங்க, அதிகமாக ஆப்சென்ட் ஆகுறீங்க. நார்மலாக திங்கட்கிழமை வெள்ளிக்கிழமை விட செவ்வாய்க்கிழமை வந்து ரொம்ப அதிகமான ஆப்சென்டிஸ் இருக்கும். பட் பேப்பர்ல எல்லாமே இருக்கு. It's happening there. So unmute பண்ணி பேசலாம். ஏன் வந்துட்டு யாரும் சப்மிட் பண்ணல? ப்ரொசீஜர் என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க. லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸே வந்துட்டு during Friday class sir please tell the experiment. So 128 please unmute yourself. 128 Sri Mukesh Narayanan. Okay, unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
என்னமா ஆச்சு? ரெண்டு கிளாஸ் அட்டன் பண்ணி அட்டன் பண்ணலையா?
சார் நான் பண்றேன் சார்.
என்னமா புரியல?
நீங்க பேசுறதே கேட்க மாட்டேங்க எனக்கு. ஹெட்செட் கூட கேட்க.
நான் பேசுறது கேட்கலையா?
சார் கேக்குதா?
நீ பேசுறது கேட்குதா? நான் பேசுறது கேட்கலையா?
எந்த கிளாஸுமே கேட்கல சார் எனக்கு.
என்னமா?
எனக்கு எல்லா கிளாஸுமே இப்படிதான் கேக்குது. நீங்க சொல்றது எல்லாத்தையும் கேக்குது எனக்கு.
What are you saying?
நான் பேசுறது ரொம்ப கம்மியா கேக்குதுங்கிறீங்களா?
ஆமா சார்.
இப்போ
சார் இப்போ இல்லை சார்.
Is my voice audible?
சார் எல்லா கிளாஸுமே எனக்கு வித்தியாசம் இருக்குது. முதல் கிளாஸ் மட்டும் இல்லை,
புரியலமா?
எல்லா class-
என்னமா புரியலமா?
எல்லா கிளாஸுமே எனக்கு வாய்ஸ் வெளில தான் கேக்குது.
There may be some tower problem. ஏதாவது மிச்ச கிளாஸ் இதே மாதிரி தான் கேக்குதுன்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
ஆமா சார், ஆமா சார்.
வேற சப்ஜெக்ட் இந்த மாதிரி தான் கேக்குதுன்னு சொல்றீங்களா?
எஸ் சார், எஸ் சார்.
There may be some technical problem. உங்கள்கிட்ட ஏதாவது மைக்கு இல்ல ஹெட்செட் ஏதாவது சேஞ்ச் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
சார் நான் புதுசா ஹெட்செட் வாங்கியிருக்கேன் சார். அதுவே சார் கேக்குது. பழசு கூட
Your voice is not audible to us. You are talking, but your voice is not. Talk little bit louder.
நான் கேட்கல.
Still, your voice is lagging.
மேம் கேட்கல
Still
மேம்.
louder. Yes, yes. Please talk with me.
ஹலோ மேம் கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது, இப்பதான் கேக்குது. சொல்லு.
மேம் எல்லா கிளாஸுமே இதே மேம் இருக்கு.
நீ முதல்ல சொல்லியிருக்கணும்லம்மா. நான் கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறது கேட்கலையா உனக்கு? போர்டில் எடுக்கிறது கேட்கலையா உனக்கு?
போர்டு பிளரா தான் தெரியும். இப்போ எல்லா கிளாஸுமே பிளரா தான் தெரியுது. நான்
போர்டு
அதுன்னு
blur ஆ
சொல்லிட்டேன்.
தெரியுதா?
எல்லா கிளாஸுமே அதே தெரியுது. நான் ஸ்டார்ட்டை இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டேன். எனக்கு நெட்வொர்க் ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதனால
நான் ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ஒன் பிளேஸ். நெட்டு கிடைக்கிற இடத்துல கரெக்டாக உட்காந்துக்கோ.
மேம் நான்
All
இருக்கிற
are facing the same problem. The message in the chat box, all are facing the same problem.
மேம் கேட்கல.
All are facing the same problem. No, ma'am. So, your side only problem.
ஓகே முகேஷ், நீங்க தனியா கால் பண்ணுங்க முகேஷ். சரிங்களா?
So, the first experiment, the third experiment of speed control and transporter, only the two guy or three guy will give the mark, others, the mark will be zero, mark plus zero. Okay? Okay, Chintu, no problem. We'll talk about that later. Now we are moving to the lab session. Already told many of them not submitting. Only 2 or 3 guys are submitting the speed control of field and armature control. So I'm giving a maximum marks to them. Others you are getting a 0 mark. If you all keep on doing this, you may fail in the lab. So don't ask any marks with us hereafter. Okay? Is it clear? Now we are going to the next experiment. The sir will teach about the experiment. Please pin start name. Others keep on doing the experiment in your mobile or lab. Yes? If you are not submitting the experiment, third experiment within tomorrow, again the third experiment also will be returned 0. Is it clear?
Guys, I think we have completed 3 experiments. Is it so? Today we are going to start our third experiment. If anybody having doubt in this, so did you able to follow the virtual lab? What we have taken? Be able to follow the experiments. So we have done the 2 experiments, I think. So that is speed control of DC by field resistant method and speed control of DC motor by armature resistance control method. That's the 2 experiments which we have already finished. So some of you may be submitted and some of you may not be submitted. I don't know what is the issue going on there. So it is nothing but we are going to give a connection that is given in the instruction. So that is thing so. Okay. So what is the problem in it? I didn't know. Okay. So step by step, we'll see the experiments. So if you don't know these steps, please write it once, and then you will come to know. Thoroughly, you are having 3 experiments. The 3 experiments is belonging to the same V labs only. So if you are having any doubt, means you can ask me. Okay, clear? Clear? Be able to follow? To be able to follow? Yes, sir. Okay. So first of all, I will share my screen. I think my screen is sharing now. Yes? My screen is sharing now. Anybody unmute and answer me? My screen is sharing now or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So if you are having a Google means, go on to the Google and type it as vlabs.ac.in. vlabs.ac.in. Okay, vlabs.ac.in. So if you click it, then you will get a website that is virtual labs. Okay, so in that virtual labs, at the bottom of your page, you are having a broad areas of virtual lab. In the broad area of virtual labs, you are going to select electrical engineering. Clear? We are typing a vlab.co.in, and then at the bottom of the page, you are having broad areas of virtual labs. In the broad areas of virtual lab, you are going to select electrical engineering. So if you are selecting electrical engineering, means there may be many labs in it. In the many lab, third lab, you are having an electrical machines lab. In bracket, they have mentioned it as a new IIT Roorkee. So you want to select it once. Here it will go to the another page. So that is your lab. You are having here only. You are having 3 experiments. We have already finished 2 experiments. Some of you may submitted the results of it. So this is the electrical simulation list of experiments. Here we are having 8 experiments. In 8 experiments, we have already finished 3rd and 4th experiment. That is a speed control of DC motor by field resistance control, and the speed control of DC motor by armature resistance control. Clear? Speed control of DC motor by field resistance control and speed control of DC motor by armature resistance control we have already finished. Okay, so it is nothing but we will see the 8th experiment first, and if you are having any clarification on the 3rd and 4th experiment, we will do it another one time also. Okay, so today we are going to do the experiment speed control of slip ring induction motor. So slip ring induction motor is a type of a induction motor, a 3-phase induction motor. We are going to control the speed control of slip ring induction motor. Okay, so how we control the speed control of induction motor? Okay, can anybody tell what are the types of induction motor? Can anybody tell what are the types of induction motor? Guys? Please, can you tell what are the types of induction motor? Nobody is going to answer my questions. So, what are the types of induction motor? So, the speed control of DC motor we have already discussed by 2 methods. As like we are going to discuss the speed control of induction motor. So, induction motor is a AC motor. Okay. So there may be the connection may be different while we are seeing the DC motor connections and the AC motor connections. Okay. So I move on to the speed control of slip ring induction motor. So if we click the speed control of slip ring induction motor, so it will have a AM theory and all. So we have already discussed about the theory, and you also see some animated video about the slip ring induction motor. So what is the purpose of slip ring that is connected in the induction motor? Now we have already discussed. So what is this speed control of induction motor? It is used to perform the speed control test on a slip ring induction motor by rotor resistance control method. Plot the motor speed characteristics at different values of applied resistance in a single slip ring induction motor. So this is our aim. So you are having one word that is to perform the speed control test of a slip ring induction motor by rotor resistance control method. So it is clarified that we are using a rotor resistance starter. Okay, we are using a rotor resistance starter for speed control of slip ring induction motor. So that maybe we are getting some different types of values. So if we, what is the how we do the experiments in lab means with the help of spring balance, we are going to give a load to the motor. So it is in the case that we have practically done in our lab session. Okay, if you are taking about the DC shunt motor or DC compound motor, or else single phase induction motor, and then series motor and slip ring induction motor, any type of motor that we are having a spring balance that is connected in it. So what is the purpose of that spring balance? Means we are giving a load with the help of a spring balance method. So by loading, we are keep on loading mechanically the motor. Then we are keep on loading the mechanically we are loading the motor with the help of a spring balance. So we are going to take in the corresponding value of it. Okay, so that is the it is nothing but it is a load test of a shunt motor, series motor, common motor, and induction motor. So in this experiment, we are going to control a speed control of slip ring motor by resisting method. It is nothing but we are using a resistive load. We are going to increasing the resistive load continuously. If you are increasing the resistance of the motor, the speed will be decreased. So this is we are going to see practically by using a speed control of slip ring induction motor. So here we are having aim, theory, pretest, procedure, simulation, post-test, reference, feedback. So you want to click on the what is the next step? First step, we are selecting an electrical engineer, ranking in the IIT Roorkee after in the V labs, and then we are move on to the electrical machines lab new. After the electrical machines lab new, we are selecting. We having a list of experiment. In the list of experiment, we are having our 8th experiment, that is a speed control of slip ring induction motor. This page will come, and then we are moving to the simulation part. If you click on the simulation part, you will get a click here to go to the simulation page. So you want to click on over there. It will open another page. So this is the panel diagram. We are going to give a connection using here only. Okay. So what is the things you want to do? It means you want to clearly read the instruction that is given here. You want to make a step-by-step connection, and after making a step-by-step connection, you will plot the value of the graphs. Okay, clear? So these are the things which we have already seen in the previous experiments. So that is MCB, voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter. You cannot see because we have done the previous experiments only in the AC. So we are not using the wattmeter. So this is a new term to you people. And the resistive box, we are using only rheostat. It is a resistive box. Okay, and then the auto transformer. So in the auto transformer, you are having tappings, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is nothing but it is going to increasing the auto transformer from voltage 0 to our desired voltage. So that is the speciality of the auto transformer. So auto transformer, what is the purpose of auto transformer? If any voltage given to the auto transformer, we can vary the voltage to our desired value. So if you are taking a 3-phase induction motor, so what is the purpose of 3-phase induction motor? We want to give a uninterrupted supply of the 414 voltage. So we are by the help of the auto transformer, we are given the motor incoming voltage as 440. Okay, and then the slip ring induction motor, and then this is the rotor view. In the rotor view, you will see how the motor is running. Okay, clear? So the remaining things are already we have seen in the previous experiment, that is DC of armature control method and resistance control method. Okay, so in the instruction page, what we are having means, so step by step you want to read the things. First you read once and then you are going to give a connection on it. So first step is make the proper connection by clicking the node. If the wires are misplaced, click the node number to detach the node wire. So step by step from 2, first 1 to 21, 2 to 22, 3 to 23, 4 to 12, 5 to 13, 6 to 12, 7 to 8, 9 to 15, 10 to 12, 11 to 17, 16 to 13, 17 to 14, 18 to 24, 19 to 25, 20 to 26. So these are all the wiring diagram. If you clearly done the wiring diagram, the motor will start to run. If it is, if we click, it is say it is correct, and you can run to the next step. So if the connection, you may any miscorrections means it is telling that the connection is wrong. You want to wiring it again. Okay, clear? Clear? Okay. So first step, we are going to connect the connection diagram for the slip ring induction motor. Okay, clear? So guys, if you are having any doubt till now, you are able to follow the things what we have seen here. Guys, please answer me. If you are having any doubt, any doubt? Chatting? No, sir. Yeah. Shall I proceed to the next step? Okay. So in the instruction, it is given that 1 to 21, 2 to 22, 3 to 23. So 1 to 21. So we are giving a MCB to the auto transformer in connection. 1 to 21, 2 to 22. That is the input supply of the auto transformer. 3 to 23. Okay. So first connection is over. And then 4 to 12, 5 to 13. 4 to 12, that is output of the auto transformer. We are given to the voltage first, 5 to 13, and again 6 to 12. Ammeter. And 7 to 8, 9 to 15. 7 to 8, 9 to 15 from wattmeter to the motor supply. So in motor also you are having a input and output. It is nothing but a ROIB connection. So if you are coming to the lab, means we are having the input and output connection of the motor. So 9 to 15, 10 to 12, 11 to 17. 10 to 12, 11 to 17. Okay, and then 16 to 13, 17 to 14. 16 to 13, 17 to 14. And then 18 to 24. So this is nothing but the load is connected to a motor. 18 to 24, 19 to 25, 20 to 26. 19 to 25, 20 to 25. So this is the output of the motor. So we are going to control by the help of a resistance box. Okay, if you are increasing the resistance box step by step, we will what will happen? The speed of the motor will be going on decreasing. So that in your plotter using a graph. So this is the circuit diagram. So what we want to do means just check. So in alert, it is telling that correct connection, proceed to take the reading. Okay, in instruction also, if the correction is correct, we can take the reading. So what is the next step? Next, switch on the MCB, and then we want to give a supply. If supply is switch on, means the supply is come from the MCB to the auto transformer. So the auto transformer value is in the 0. So you want to move the transformer to the desired level to get the output voltage, because the MCB is connected to a input. So after that, you want to give some voltage, means the knob of the auto transformer is moved from the minimum to the maximum position. So this is the instruction that is given below. Slide the knob of the rheostat to change the resistance value. Next, it starts running, and then we want to take the reading from rotor, voltmeter, ammeter, and wattmeter. Okay. So what is the From the rotor, we can get the speed of the motor. So at what speed it is running, it is displayed here. You are seeing that it is in the 0 position, 0 RPM. While we on the supply, it will get some speed. Same wise, we will get a voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, and also a wattmeter reading. So by just click on the add to the table, that value is added to the table. Okay, so we do it by step. So what is the next step? After the connection is done, just switch on the MCB. So if you switch on the MCB, red color is changes to a green color. So now it is in the on condition. Next step, this is the auto transformer. You want to rotate the position. So this is the first state reading. You are seeing that the rotor speed, it is measured using a tachometer generally in the lab. It is mentioned that 1474. So please take the reading 1700. So in the reading tabulation, we want to mention the ammeter reading, voltmeter reading, wattmeter reading, and then speed. Okay, ammeter, wattmeter, and speed. Clear? Okay. So during the initial stage, the speed of the rotor is 1474. The voltage applied here is 400 volt. Amps we are having is 2.6. Wattmeter 40. Okay. So I added this reading to the table. So this is the first reading I'm getting. So next step, what is the next step? I'm going to increase the resistive box. So if we increase the resistive box, what will be happen? If resistance increase, giving a load to the motor. If you are giving a load to the motor, what will be happen in the voltage and current and related to the speed? Anyone can explain? We are giving a load to the motor. We are electrically loading a motor by using a resistive box. So what will be happen? Practically, what will be happen? Can anybody tell? Can anybody explain? What is the next thing that is going to happen? If speed is increasing or speed is decreasing? The amps is increasing or decreasing? So if we load the motor, what is the next thing that is happening here? Anyone? Anyone explain? What is the thing going to happen here?
Increase the
Which will be increased?
amp.
Amp will be
Ammeter.
increased. Ammeter reading will be increased. Very good, very good. So the next step is I'm going to load the motor by the help of a resistive box resistance. So now you're saying that amp is move on to the 2.9. So in initial stage it is 2.6. Now it is moving to 2.9, and the wattmeter value is increased by 140. Voltage will not be changes. There will be only some minimum voltage deviation in it. Okay, or else there may be a no change in voltage. While coming on to the rotor, that is speed of the rotor, it is decreases to 1454. Okay, clear? So this is a second thing you want to notify. So I'm adding this value also to the table. So while comparing both the first value and second value, the second value is 2.9. You are loading a motor. Current value is increasing. Wattage, watts also increasing. Speed is decreasing. Here, okay. So please relate this with the characteristics of a motor, slip ring induction motor. Clear? Okay. So these steps is continue further for taking the readings of the values. So next time, same thing I'm going to talk over here. Next step, I'm increasing the resistance by another one step. Now you are seeing that the ammeter value is 4.8. I'm already telling that voltage never, there may be no deviation in voltage. It is 400 only, but my watts is 680. By seeing here, the rotor speed is 1388. Speed is decreased, current is increased. So I'm added same to the table. So and I'm further increasing my resistance box to a next level. So what is the next thing? So actually you are seeing that ammeter value as 5.5 and the rotor value is 1364. Again it decreases. What is the watts value? 820. So I added this to my table. And again I am increasing my resistor value to next level. So what is the ammeter value? 6.1. What is my wattmeter value? 940. By seeing here, what is my rotor value? Speed is decreased 1352. So I again added this to my table. I again increasing my resistor value to next level. So we are having another set of values. So what is the amps here? Given here is 6.4. What is the watts we are getting here is 1040 and the speed is 1334. And again added to the table. Issues. And again, I'm going to increase my resistance value. Same thing happened. 6.9, 1100, 1300. Again, this is the my rotor value is 1278. Watts is 1160, 7.5 amps. And this is my last value. I'm getting the meter value was 8, wattmeter value was 1200, and again I added this value to my table. Okay, only 10 readings are allowed. Clear? So this is how I want to do the experiment. So if we click on the graph, means we will get the graph value for the load and speed. It goes on decreasing. Clear? Okay, amps is increasing, speed is decreasing. Clear? If you are having any doubt in this? Having any doubt? So next we want to click on the print page, means we able to print the results what we are having given here. Okay. Guys, you are having any doubt in this? Guys, you are having any doubt? Any doubt in this? guys? Guys, you are having any doubt? No, sir. Guys, you are having any doubt in this? So please try to make a connection. You are having any doubt? Completed. Okay.
Completed, sir.
Any difficulties?
Yes, sir.
So as like we are connecting the diagram for the slip ring induction motor, as like this only we are having previous experiments also. So try to complete these 3 experiments and submit to us. Okay. Yeah, guys, having any doubt? So in the virtual lab, we are going to select the IIT Roorkee. In IIT Roorkee Electrical Machines Lab New, where we are having a 3rd experiment, 4th experiment, and 8th experiment. So you want to finish these 3 experiments. Okay, 3rd experiment, 4th experiment, and 8th experiment. Clear? Abhilash, did you trying the experiment? Did you trying the experiment? Trying. Did you get the results?
Yes, sir. Trying, sir.
Did you get the
Yes, sir,
results?
trying.
Okay. 1 or 2?
Correct பண்ணிருக்கேன் sir. Correcting.
Vinesh, trying the experiment?
Sir.
Experiment try பண்றியாப்பா?
Yes, sir.
Try பண்றீங்களா?
Yes, sir. ஆமா sir.
1 or 3? 1 or 5 மட்டும் தான் பண்றேன்னு சொல்லி பண்ணி முடிச்சேன்னு சொல்லிருக்கீங்க. 1 or 3. ஸோ என்னன்னா நாங்க வந்து இப்போ வந்துட்டு முடிச்சிட்டீங்களாமா? பண்றீங்களா? அதுக்கு முன்னாடி 2 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் முடிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? இதுக்கு முன்னாடி 2 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் முடிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? இது ப்ரீவியஸா 2 எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் இருந்துச்சுல, அது பண்ணீங்களா? Submit பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Did you submit the experiments? Previous experiment? Yes, sir. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, if you are having any doubt in the previous experiments also, please revert us. Okay? If you are having any doubt in this?
If you have any doubt, all of you. If you have any doubt,
So, but
ask
only
us.
earlier, 50 or 56 only submitted they are not able to write the procedure and all. Just you simply share the screenshot what is over here. So screenshot yaar
One do it. Somebody doing in mobile, do it in lab. Then only you can able to get the PDF clearly. Some cases it only applicable for mobile. So use lab or do it again.
Mobile
Experiment.
Yeah, mobile பண்ண முடியாது. Mobile பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா waste.
Anybody tried the experiment in mobile?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute, Raghu. Anybody tried the experiment in mobile?
Yes, ma'am.
So only like just
Ma'am, நான் mobile try பண்ணிருக்கேன் ma'am.
just we are going to connect the wiring diagram from 1 to 21 to like that. More experiment about okay, today we have completed 3 experiments. So this is our third experiment. So
Yes. Have you got the answer, Pranav? You tried in mobile. Have you got the answer? Yes.
Indo.
Yes. See, if you have any doubt, you ask your friend Pranav. He's tried in mobile.
So almost complete the experiments, these 3 experiments. Okay. Okay, we are having any doubt. Please never research that. So just follow the this is enough. So I clearly tell what is the difference between the previous experiment and this experiment. Because this is a AC experiment, this is a DC experiment. Mic off. No mic off. Clear? So I think you are clear about the load test of induction motor, both theoretically and practically also. Okay. So only one thing, I will do it again also.
Have you cleared the concept?
If you want to do it again, I will do it again. No issues.
See, use the formulas. I have told already the basic 3 formula. It is directly proportional to pi IA. And then in AC motor also you have to follow the same. And then if I am increasing the current, load current means automatically, if I am giving the load means current will be increasing, load increase means speed will be decreased. So the same concept which I taught in the DC motor, it is applicable for AC motor also.
So it is clear, I think so. Okay. So after doing this, you can, by using the formula, that is, you can find the torque also. Okay. So what is the formula for torque? We can calculate the torque for the induction motor. Clear? So this is nothing but we are having only the load we are increasing the load resistance 1 by 1, we are getting this value. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is first value from 2.6 to 7.5. So if you are practically, if you are seeing in our lab, means we are having one better amps, rated amps. By the rated amps, we are going to load the motor. As I already tell, by the method of spring balance method, we can calculate the value of the motor. Here, we are done by electrically. It is nothing but by using a resistance box. Okay, we are getting nearly a 10 values. So raise this 10 value, and you can calculate by using the formula also. Okay, if you are having any doubt, please ask us. So by this, we have completed 3 experiments. The previous two experiments are nearly 50 people are submitted. Remaining people you want to submit it, or else now itself you are getting only less mark. After, if you not submitted by today, you are going to get only 0 mark for the just 2 experiments. This experiment you want to submit it by before coming to the next lab section. Okay, before coming to the next lab session, you want to write the procedure, how we are taken the values, and then you want to revert back this. You want to submit this particular screenshot to us. Clear? Having any doubt in this? No, sir. No, sir. So by the next class, we want to submit all the 3 experiments. We have completed 3 experiments in our syllabus. இந்த அட்டண்டன்ஸ் பர்சன் அட்டண்டன்ஸும் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப கம்மியாக இருக்கா, நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ண போகிறீங்கன்னு எனக்கு தெரியல.